Hi there. I am Elizabeth Din, KOIN 6 evening news anchor, and welcome to this KOIN Conversation. And I am so happy to welcome once again a guest who's been here before, and that is Rachel Bratcher, who is with Sacred Sheep and Ritual Dyes. And so to clarify for those who don't know, Sacred Sheep is your local yarn store here in Portland, and then Sacred Sheep, if you kind of elaborate a little bit about you're founder of Sacred Sheep, an event.
Yes. Well, thank you for having me. Yes, Sacred Sheep is an event put on by Ritual Dyes, and we are a Southeast Portland yarn shop. And the event is a fiber festival every year in November, right in the middle of sweater weather. So that's always a good time. And it's a festival that brings together about 35 vendors, mostly Pacific Northwest makers, and a couple thousand people, some wonderful food carts, meetups, classes. It's just a really nice weekend to celebrate our maker community.
I want to pull up your website here as we keep talking, and I think that this is so cool when we look at your website. And I mean, this is all the info. It's your third year, and
Yes.
talk to me about how you even had this idea of, you already have this yarn store, this business here, but why expand on Sacred Sheep, and even how you came up with this clever name.
Well, for us, for my team, I mean, we are so invested in this community, and we care about it so deeply, and we just, we have such a large fiber community here, especially in Portland. So many knitters, so many crocheters. So to be able to have our smaller kind of curated West Coast Fiber Festival, Yarn Festival, was just something that was, brewing in our minds for a while. I think the moment we saw the location where we have it, which is the Red on Salmon. So for anyone that's been there, that you might have been there for other events, it's not a large space, but it's just it's kind of just the very perfect spot for us. And, we've gotten asked the last 2 years whether or not we're planning on making it bigger or taking it to another place. But ultimately, I think what we set out to do from the very beginning was to create something that felt really small and curated, not overwhelming, and just a really unique opportunity to get to talk with and meet all the makers. You will meet and talk to everyone that's there, which is which is special for a yarn festival, which can sometimes be many vendors that you won't all get to. So I think in that way it's special, and we really appreciate it being just small and curated.
Yeah, that's very Portland. When you say the curated, it's cozy, it's comfortable, is what comes to my mind. I want to show here a little more on the website. Is there anything you want to talk about here? I mean, we can talk tickets, right? Because there are still tickets. VIP tickets, did that sell out, or are both available?
VIP tickets have sold out.
Okay.
And that event is Friday evening, but the general admission spots for Saturday and Sunday, there are time slots available for both of those days. So the thing to know about the tickets is that time slot is for your entrance to the marketplace, but you can certainly come early and spend a lot of time in the outdoor courtyard where we have all of the meetups, where the food is, where the large community tent is for sitting and hanging out and knitting and crocheting. So there is a lot of opportunity to engage with the community. Okay, live sheep also out there. So plenty of reasons to come and hang out all day. And then, the marketplace time is when you can enter, but there's no end time except for the general hours of the event. So you can stay and come and go as much as you like.
Nice. So there are still, and I believe you can see Saturday at 10 a.m. is the most popular time. That sold out, but there are a few other options for the weekend. And to reiterate, we were saying that Saturday, or Friday, that is that VIP day.
Yes.
But I think a lot of people tend to come on the weekend too.
Definitely.
There's also a lot of merch. And then we were also talking about how you also have a fundraiser that is with this too. So Sisters United raffle is an option, and that is something really cool with your event.
Yeah, Sisters United is a nonprofit organization started by Candace English of the Farmer's Daughter Fibers. It is an organization that empowers Indigenous women and children in communities. So our raffle baskets are stuff that the community has donated and that we have put into these bountiful baskets. So it's a great opportunity to potentially walk away with a very full raffle basket, but also either way, you're contributing to an incredible organization that does really amazing work.
I love that. We also wanted to talk about how there are lots and lots of vendors. How many did you say are at this
Got
again?
about 35 vendors this year, and most of them are Pacific Northwest. It is primarily yarn, or I would say mostly yarn, but then there are ceramicists and jewelry makers. We have Ace and Jig, which is a textile and clothing manufacturer. So some really exciting makers that will be there. Yeah, very excited.
Looking at Sunday, and if you look right here at this
yes.
time that I'm looking at, so 11:30 a.m. Fort Vancouver Knitting Guild, Know Your Yarn. And I was saying I hadn't heard of them, so this is here in our area, right?
Right. Yeah. This is a sponsor. It's Fort Vancouver Knitting Guild. This is the whole meetup schedule. So this is something that's going to be happening throughout the weekend, and as long as you have a ticket for that day, you're welcome to come. And there's so many different people to meet. That all takes place outside in the courtyard, and I think they're doing like a whole presentation about different yarn types, which is like, obviously, if you're into fiber, there is so much to learn.
It can get overwhelming.
Yes, it can get overwhelming, and it's hard to kind of get to the point where you really know what you like, and some things work better for different garments than for others. So it's really fun to kind of do like a big deep dive into yarn. So I'm excited for that one. I know Tiger Knitting Guild is also coming that day for the speed knitting competition, which was a very big hit last year, I have to say.
Interesting.
People loved it. It was very fun.
Okay. Kind of a fun competitive kind of thing?
Very fun.
Okay.
Yes. Very fun.
I don't know what level I'm at, so I wonder if I can make it to that to see like how I compare to other people.
You should come and test it out, because it's a pretty exciting event.
And
all in good fun.
Nice. We're looking at this too as I keep here on this schedule, and we see 12:30 is Andrea Mowry.
Yes.
I'm wondering if I can pull up some video that we had of her. And I remember that you were telling me last time that she's a good friend of yours. And for those who don't know, so she is a pattern designer.
Yes.
She lives, I think, in Michigan.
Yes, yes, and it's Drea Renee Knits.
Yes,
that's her brand. But Andrea Mowry will be teaching classes over the weekend, and also set aside an hour for a meet and greet, which is so fun because those classes filled up. I mean, in the first just 2 minutes, I think they filled up so quickly. There's just not enough spaces, not enough time. But if you miss that and you still want to meet Andrea, she'll be there hanging out, taking pictures and chatting with people. And I know that it's always exciting for a designer to have people come up wearing, their garments that they've made from their patterns. And she gets a lot of that at these meetups. So that's really what I'm looking forward to seeing from that.
Sorry, I'm kind of slow here. I was hoping to pull up video of her, but I think there we go. Because I remember we had this last time, and there she is in one of the videos that just popped up. So she has some classes.
Yes.
People want to meet her up, and I know you were talking about her. I mean, for those who watch her, she just seems so approachable, so nice, and that's part of this community
really
is being able to explain like what we do and knitting. But then if you're a teacher, I think she's the teaching skills. It's very approachable. So I think for those like for me who as a beginner years ago would watch videos like that she would make.
Definitely.
And I remember thinking like, okay, I'm not intimidated anymore. And I think that's the beauty of social media and the internet today. That's the good part of the internet is being able to connect people who maybe want to learn something and don't know where to start.
I still pull up Andrea's videos for tips. If there's something that I'm stuck on, I'm like, well, how would Andrea do it?
Yeah.
So I appreciate that resource that she provides because it takes time to film those little tutorials, but they're so helpful. And in knitting, there's so many different techniques, and we need refreshers.
Exactly. I sometimes I'm like, how do I make one right with a purl?
Yeah.
I forget, and I'll pull up that video because who's going to remember that? And if I'm excluding anyone, that just means you're increasing something. So, but yeah, we don't know all the techniques, which is
and
totally
there's so many like really, different. Everyone does it a little bit differently too. So I always think that it's fun to look at how people do it because sometimes, they're just making it a little more seamless or a little bit more, easier like to do. So I think it's always good.
It's always good. So I love that you have the classes there, and I think that's super cool. We're going to let this play out again as I'm trying to figure this out. Well, why don't we talk a little bit more about our projects because you
Yes.
and I, of course, are avid knitters.
Yes.
And tell me what you're wearing, first of all, because I
Okay.
think that's something that you made, right?
Yes, this is the Stockholm sweater from Petite Knits, and I made it using San Juan Wool Works, which is a PNW yarn brand. They're a really small farm in the San Juan Islands, and they will be a vendor at Sacred Sheep. I mean, I think this is one of those vendors that a lot of people are really excited to meet because their brand is not in yarn shops.
Yeah.
They're real small and local, so it's an awesome opportunity to be able to really like feel and touch like all of the different bases, and it's such a beautiful line. So feel really special to be able to get to see it in person.
Nice. I'm going to have to like touch the fabric.
Yeah, I love my sweater.
When we're done with this.
This is my most recent.
Nice. And did you hold one yarn or is that two?
This is just one.
Okay.
Yeah, and it has like it's such a nice it created such a nice fabric, and I know that you can knit a lot of your yarns at different gauges and get quite like
And
a
I don't know if you
variety.
can go up a little to show like the
Oh, yeah.
V-neck right there. Like
Yes.
that's, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's great.
I feel like this is such a classic sweater that, I mean, now that it's finally the time to be able to wear it, the season has begun, I think I'm going to get a lot of wear out
Yeah,
of it.
today I think we're at like 61 degrees right now, but
and,
this
like,
morning was
sunny.
cool. Yeah, and so it's just right. Yeah, and you can wear it. You don't have to wear a raincoat. So mine is the late summer wrap, and this is a knitting for Olive, which I love
So
to stand.
pretty.
So
It's
and
so
I was really
pretty.
proud in that this little wrap, and there's like a little hole that goes here. And I remember thinking this is very daunting, but it's really wasn't as daunting. Maybe I just kind of nerded out with this pattern.
Yeah.
So that was a lot of fun. You and I also last time when we talked about a month or two ago had what we call whips, works
Oh,
in
yes.
progress. So you have some, and I'd love to show a couple.
I'll show you mine. I am what you call a monogamous knitter, so I literally have one whip to show
I am
you.
so proud of you because I am not. I have countless. It's bad.
I mean, it's a little boring to be honest because I'm
It
always
sounds
like,
responsible to me if you ask me. I don't know about boring. I think you're just,
I don't
smart.
know. Everyone gets to cast on all the fun new things, and I'm just waiting, still working on my Olga sweater, but I will show you because I actually love it.
I love
see
and
that?
the stripes are great. It's like from here it's a little hard to see, but I think is it like navy and red?
Yeah, this is a brand that we carry at Ritual Dyes. It's Derurum Natura, and this is their Ulysses base. So, and this is the Olga sweater.
Olga. Okay.
Yeah, also from Petite Knits, but it's just a drop shoulder, kind of easy pullover. That again, I think I'm just in this like sort of mode of working on these projects that I feel like I'm gonna get a lot of wear out of. So
Yeah.
I'm excited about this one.
Yeah, I feel like that's something else is when we're in that vibe of knitting things for ourselves, it's especially in the world of Instagram. I know for me, it's easy to get distracted and I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I want to do that. I want to do that. But then it's not like buying a shirt. This could take months, if not longer. And then is that trendy or is that something I wear for a long time and I'm going to spend a lot of money on yarn?
You are,
and
for
it
sure.
can get
I know.
overwhelming.
And the time and money, that goes into it. I feel like you have to. I mean, you don't have to because everyone has a different reason for
Yeah.
knitting and making stuff. But for me personally, I do want to know that I'm gonna not get sick of it and want to continue to wear it. So some of those I like look for it in like the little details or like some of the finishing techniques that make it kind of exciting and learning something new, like you were
Yeah.
saying with a wrap. I love that.
And I think-
Picking up like a new technique and a pattern.
And it's over time you kind of learn yourself because it is fashion after all,
True.
and you learn your style, and it's the same as if, like I said, you bought it at the store online. You're like, okay, I don't wear that anymore. I only wear it for a short time versus something I
Yes.
go to all the time. And so
Right.
you kind of gravitate towards that, and then you
Yeah.
calculate like, did I spend a lot of time and money on this? Was it worth it? All that.
Yes,
Like I guess it's
exactly.
like maturing as a knitter and as a person.
I've been getting really inspired by ready to wear stuff that like I'm like I can make that.
Same.
And I've thought that before, but now I really do look for like the shapes and stuff that I know I'll want to wear, and some of those like color combinations that are put together. I'm like, oh, I can do that, or some version of that. But that's a fun starting point too.
Yeah, and to get inspired. And you mentioned Petite Knit, and she's a very popular
Yes.
designer. And I think that she probably does take some of those cues from the fashion world. Some of those who have those classic pieces, and I know The Row is one of those brands, or
Right.
Theory, or Calvin Klein. I think they tend to have those pieces that are like that. And I feel like when I look at what they have and what she has, it is in that vein of classic
Yeah.
pieces that will sit in your closet forever.
Totally. Yeah, that's definitely her style. And I think that that crossover between, what's popular in fashion, what the knitting world is doing, there's definitely some overlap.
Yeah. Well, then we also like pops of color, and I think that's another way to make up for it. Unless you're okay with you're a fast knitter and you like the trendy pieces,
Yes.
more power to you. But then there are those accent pieces, I think, like scarves and accessories. You have something really pretty that you're working on right now.
Yes,
That I think goes into that
I do.
category.
Actually, this is the last thing that I finished before my sweater. It's the Sophie hood, and this is in. I'll just give you a little tutorial, but it's in Woolfolk, which is a local brand that will be at Sacred Sheep. Woolfolk is the brand that's responsible for bringing the baby sheep to Sacred Sheep.
Oh my
so
gosh.
we're huge fans. But the Sophie hood is super practical for
Yeah.
where we live.
Yeah, can you put it on again? You're like Little Red Riding Hood.
I know, right?
This is awesome.
This is Woolfolk's anniversary color, so I bought it because of this pop of red, and I feel like this is a great way for me to bring in color into my wardrobe. I'm definitely like a neutrals kind of gal, but I love a pop of color in an accessory.
And that color and that yarn maker will be at Sacred Sheep.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Where are
Woolfolk will
they
be there.
based?
They're here. They're in Portland.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
How did I not know that? We have so many great makers
We have so
here.
many.
We are blessed. I love
Yes,
that.
we're really lucky.
Okay, so last time I showed you this, but this is someone that you do carry at your store, and this is
You have Wandering Flock.
Wandering
Oh,
Flock, which
so
is
pretty.
Geraldine. Such a nice gal, and she is based in New York. And then she has been at all of your Sacred Sheeps, and I think she's
Yes.
coming again. So this color, I'm
Love
holding two
Wandering
of the
Flock.
yarns,
Beautiful.
the merino and the wool. And then this is, it's kind of funky to see. I don't.
It's so pretty. I can see that pattern
Yeah.
developing.
This is the shoulders, and then this is the back. So I'm kind of holding it upside down, and so like this is where it would be like
Yes.
that for viewers. But this is called Sunsets in Brooklyn, and I think you carry it at your store too.
We
I think I
do.
saw that you restocked it. so I
We
was like-
did. I think we did. Yeah. We just got an order from Wandering Flock. That's a brand that's out of Brooklyn, New York. And I love Geraldine and all the work that they do. And they will be at Sacred Sheep.
So I want to thank you because you and Becca, who works there at Ritual Dyes and also helped found Sacred Sheep, I believe, with you,
Yes.
encouraged me because I said, I don't know if I can do something with like kind of a little texture here. And it just has a simple cable knitting right here. And
Yeah, I love
you
it.
encouraged me to go for it. And so this is called Seaway by the designer is Ozetta. I think she's based in Oklahoma. And so, yeah, it's been
So
fun. It's really
pretty.
simple and it gives it that texture. And it's hard to see in this camera, but it's kind of like a baby blue periwinkle with some light peachish pink tones.
I
So
love that.
that's a lot of fun. And I wanted to show you that I did finish this last time, so I'm ready for the holiday season. But like, this is
Oh my gosh, so cute.
this is
You
the
are ready.
Holly, and this is the funny part. Like inside, like don't look at that, but no one's gonna see it. So I
No one
finished the
knows.
sleeves and everything. So that's knitting for all of the Holly sweater. And then they introduced like last week. They have like 2 more Christmas sweaters.
I
I'm like, okay,
love-
those would be for.
I love those
future years.
baubles.
I
They're
won't.
so cute.
I also wanted to bring up because I know you have them, and this is Spin Cycle Yarns, another Pacific Northwest brand
Yes.
that you carry in your store, but will also be at not only Sacred Sheep, but you're friends with the founders, and they'll be there. People can talk to them and talk to about their yarns. I'm going to
Yes.
show some of their yarn if you can talk a little bit about why you love working with
I
them.
love Spin Cycle Yarns. Yeah, they are such a unique brand. They're in Bellingham, Washington. They've been in this business for a very long time. Yeah, I think they're going on like, I don't want to guess for them but I think it's a long time. And what's unique about their brand is that they dye all of their fiber and then spin it into skeins of yarn. So that's pretty unique in our industry. They have a mill up in Bellingham, Washington. And if you ever have the chance to visit, don't say no because it's so cool what they're doing in there. But yeah, we're lucky to have them. They'll be vending at Sacred Sheep.
And that's what it looks like when
Yeah.
it's knit up.
When I first told them about the event, I think they were the first vendor that I told about Sacred Sheep, and I hardly got the sentence out, and they're like, "Yep, we'll be there." So we are really grateful to have them because their work is amazing, and they're just a lovely team to be around.
It's the detail in this, and it goes back to what you do and the vendors that you're supporting. And you, as someone who dyes your own yarn, you know that
Yes.
there's a lot of work that goes into it, a lot of love and care. And we're really supporting small businesses and in your case, a lot of local businesses too. So I think that's really cool. We have a few more minutes. I can't believe this has flown by, if my math is correct. And I still want to knit a little bit, but I didn't know if you brought a whip or not.
Yes,
or...
I'm working, and
Okay.
I'm working on my Olga right now. I'm in the the ribbing at the hem. So for me, this is the point at which I'm allowed to really start dreaming about my next project.
Yay.
And project planning for that. So I've been thinking, I think I do want to make another sweater because that's just where I'm at right now.
Well, it's cold now, and oh, by the way, are you a left-handed knitter, or can you both? Are you interchangeable?
I
left
am
or right?
a continental knitter.
So that's you hold it in the left.
Yeah.
I think you and I are similar. Yeah. Is it called flicking?
Yes, picking or flicking, but this is what works best for me. And I think I originally started out with sort of like a combination style, and then kind of transferred into continental knitting. But I think this is like the most natural and like smoothest kind of. I know I'm gonna say fastest, but that is
No,
a stretch.
that's how I feel. I was self-taught and I did it with my right hand because I'm right-handed. But then it may have been one of Andrea Mowry's videos or somebody, and someone asked her, and so I did it, and I ended up being faster. I think I took a class. Yeah, I took a class at a place here, and then it made me a lot faster. So I'm with you when you get to kind of like these parts where you just go round and round.
Exactly.
If you wanted to squeeze in too, we mentioned tools.
Oh,
and so we have, you and I are pro interchangeable,
Yes.
which is you buy a set and you can change different sizes and whatnot.
I know. I brought my needle case, and I will just show you how I have mine set up. But
Love
I have
it.
all my needles
And
in
that's the
here.
Ritual Dyes one I can see.
Yes, this is our moon needle case, but I have all my set here. And what's nice about interchangeables is that you get to, swap them out mid-project without taking everything. So I know there's a lot of knitters out there, like some pretty advanced knitters who do use fixed needles, and there is actually kind of a nice benefit to using fixed needles, but I'm definitely an interchangeable.
That's how I am.
Knitter.
I have the original case, but one day I feel like this is it Luca or Leica? Do you know this brand?
I say Leica.
Okay, Lykke. But they've got, I believe is it Nepal, that there are people in Nepal who make these?
Yeah, I think so. We carry this brand in the shop. I like their sets a lot. I think we're just about to get some of those pretty little blush ones, like all the pink ones.
Oh, those
and
are
stuff,
pretty.
so.
And it makes it more enjoyable, you know what I mean? So I'm
Yes.
like, why
Yeah.
not? Why not make it more enjoyable? Because this is what you're investing in for people like us, I say.
Right. You're using that you use over and over and over again. And I think whatever feels like the smoothest to you, and has like kind of the smoothest joins, because sometimes it takes a little testing to see what you like the best.
Yeah. Well, Rachel, is there anything that I missed that you want to add? Sacred Sheep is coming up, so I want to remind everybody, and see if I can pull this up one more time and show you guys the website here. And so we've got the meetup schedule and everything. Oh, I should
Yes.
bring that over. So that's coming up. This is a great flyer right here. There's the meetup, as you were talking about. There's lots. So it's Friday the 14th, but that's the VIP night, so that's actually sold out. So
That's right.
But there is still room to buy tickets for Saturday and Sunday. And look at this. This is like a couple days of lots of events.
So much
Reading,
going
Knitting,
on.
and Friendship, a conversation with Chloe Benjamin and Lucy Tan.
Yes, very excited for that.
Lots of meetups both days. This is more of the meetup schedule, right? That's Friday night. And then Saturday, as we mentioned, and Sunday. I mean, there's lots going on. I think you had someone giving tattoos last time
We
too.
do. We will have.
Is that
tattoos again? Yes, tattoos were so were so popular. We've had them both years so far. This year we've added a couple artists even, so that more people will have an opportunity to get. It's pretty special. They put together this special sheet of fiber flash of all this like knitting and maker related flash tattoo art, and those appointments fill up immediately. So if you are interested in getting one, beeline it over to that tattoo sign up booth, because it's first come first serve, and it's just for that day. So Saturday's the busiest day. Saturday's going to be just full of full house. The community, all the makers, lots of meetups, lots of classes, tattoos going on. Sunday tends to be like a little more mellow, so that's a great day to come to if you want like a quieter experience. But you really can't go wrong.
Well, congrats again on what's going to be the third year of Sacred Sheep, a really great local event that's going to bring people from near and far here to the Rose City to celebrate knitters, crocheters, those who like embroidery. I mean, there's sewers, all kinds of things. And then you're helping nonprofits. I mean, it's just a really cool, well-rounded event that brings people of all walks of life together. So congrats on that coming up on the third year, Rachel.
Oh, thank you. Yes, we're so excited. Hope to see you guys there.
I love it for our city, and I love it for you guys, too.
Thanks.
So thanks again. Thank you, everybody, for tuning into this KOIN Conversation. And, of course, go to sacredsheep.com if you want to learn much more about the upcoming event. And Ritual Dyes is her local yarn store if you want to check that out as well. Thanks again, Rachel.
Thank you. Thanks so much.